then what would the retailer do? Anybody? How would that compare to the manufacturer's problem, where he manufactured the good at zero and sold it directly? That's the manufacturer's problem. So if he sells the good to the retailer at his own cost, then how does the retailer's problem compare to the manufacturer's problem? They're identical, right? So then the retailer will maximize the channel profits, and everything's good. What happens to manufacturer's profits if he's selling at zero? He won't have any, right? So how does he fix that? Well, how about if he charges a fixed fee to the retailer in order to carry the product? How big a fee could he charge? Well, if he charged a squared over 4b, that's what we said was the monopolist's profit. So that would take all the profits. If he chose 8 squared over 8b, that's the profits he makes in the uncoordinated case. So if he chooses something in between, he can improve on the uncoordinated case and still leave the retailer with some money. So I think I'm going to quit now. Am I out of time?
Pretty close.
Okay, just 2 more minutes. 1 more. Okay, so if as an alternative, suppose instead of a fixed fee, he charged 2 prices. Right? So for the first A over 2 units, some portion of his sales, he charges A over 2B, and then for the rest he charges his cost, which is equal to 0. What's the retailer going to do? If the retailer's marginal cost is 0, what price is he going to choose and why? Come on, we talked about the monopoly price, right? So he's going to choose the price that maximizes the profits for the channel. And now he's going to pay now he's going to pay some amount, and that's going to be more than the sales at A over 2B. Okay? So he's going to buy all of the first A over 2 units, and then he's going to charge, and then he's going to, and then he'll he'll set his price based on the marginal units, and everything will be happy. And what's he going to end up paying? He's going to end up paying A over 2B times A over 2B, or A over 2. He's going to end up paying all the monopoly profits to the manufacturer, and we're back to the same case as before, right? So this ends up just being a fixed payment, which looks like a volume discount, right? Now I'm giving you a lower price on units above a certain amount, but in fact, since you're going to buy more than my base amount, you're going to end up paying me a fixed fee. So it's exactly the same thing. One more thing that you might do, suppose instead of a lower price, we offer a rebate if a certain quantity is purchased. Can you get to the same profits? Anybody want to volunteer an answer? All right, suppose in particular, I set a price, W equals A over B, by the way, is this higher or lower than the price that I had before? What's the monopoly price? The monopoly price here is A over 2B. Now I'm going to charge A over 2. So this is going to be higher than the monopoly price, is the price I'm now going to charge my retailer. But then I give him a rebate back. And my rebate is going to take him down to where if he sets the monopoly price and gets the monopoly revenues, I'm going to make him whole, right? So in this case, he's not going to want to sell less than the monopoly amount, and he'll still break even. So I can get away with doing that, and that'll coordinate the channel too. Okay? So the loyalty rebate. So that works. So to give this a context, last week the FTC announced it was going to investigate Intel for activities in how it priced its computer processors. And Intel, the claim is that Intel is using rebates in order to exclude its competitors. And Intel's response, and this is the response of somebody in the business press basically parroting Intel response, is imagine that, rebates. Isn't that another word for price cuts? I thought that was the essence of competition. Aren't customers better off with price cuts? So the question is there some, now given what we've just seen, is there some way that Intel could be using price cuts in order to foreclose competition without lowering their overall prices? Here's what somebody working for AMD says. Imagine that Acme Computer Company buys 10 chips a month from Intel at $8 a piece for a total of $80. And AMD would like to sell its chips, and suppose they'll price them at $5. Suppose Intel tries to block those sales and says, okay, I'll sell you 8 chips at $10 a piece, or I'll sell you 10 chips at $8 a piece. Right? That's setting a nonlinear price, and the result is that the price for those extra 2 chips, what's the price for those extra 2 chips?
$2.
So, 0, right? $80 either way. So Intel is telling us that discounts are always good for the consumer. In this case, do the discounts help the consumer?